What's up, everybody? It's Jacob. If you're new here, I talk a little bit about everything, life in general, self-improvement, career, relationships, technology. If you like that kind of thing, subscribe. But for now, let's shoot the breeze on AI in the government. And this kind of connects to my previous video, or I don't know what order I'll publish it in, but I was talking about the DOGE organization that the incoming administration's forming. While it's not going to be an official entity of the government, I don't think, I have some thoughts on how Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy is going to take these people that are applying for this so-called 80 an hour a week workaholic job, and get in there and start scrubbing clean. In the last video, I was jokingly referring to the idea that all you have to do is just go through all the computers and find corn in the browser history, and get rid of people that way. But honestly, the problem's larger than that, and I have some ideas that I want to explore to you because I like technology, and I'm in AI a little bit. Right now I'm studying to be a generative AI architect, which is going pretty well, by the way. And I actually employ artificial intelligence quite a bit in helping me do stuff on this channel and other content that I create in other places for my course that I'm taking. But anyway, there's actually other technologies that are natural cousins to artificial intelligence. And one of those is blockchain technology. And if, I'm assuming that most of you watching may not be as tech savvy and may not exactly know what blockchain is, but if you've heard about cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, that's the engine underneath the currency. It's basically a ledger. So if you're old enough to remember checkbooks, when you wrote a check, you had a little book, and you flip up the book, and in the top half of the book there'd be a row where you'd say date, the check number that I wrote, who I wrote it out to, and what the quantity was that I wrote it, or if it was a deposit, if it's a debit. So that way you balance your checkbook against what the bank says you have in your account. But with blockchain, this is all done in a way that is not only immutable, which is computer science for unchangeable. Once the entry is put into the ledger, it cannot be changed. And that's primarily due to encryption, which is a technology that's been around for, since before there were computers. Think Alan Turing and the Nazis' Enigma machine. Alan Turing decoded the encryption on those machines, which, some interesting history there. If that kind of floats your boat, I would look that up. But yeah, the other powerful thing about blockchain is that blockchain is transparent. So theoretically, I could go onto the ledger, the entire blockchain, and I could look up a transaction and go, oh, this amount of money was sent from this wallet to that wallet. Now, while the wallets are anonymized in and of themselves, there are ways to reverse engineer who gave money to who. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of metadata, a lot of infrastructure, but it can be done. But you can still see that money is going from point A to point B. And so if they make these ledgers a little more complex than like from wallet A to wallet B for this amount coming in, going out, you could really put some interesting tracking in place so that you could have third-party organizations, watchdog organizations, and even organizations inside the government, like Congress has committees that investigate things. So all I have to do is just pull up the blockchain and go, oh, here, Mr. Bob, I see you bought a toilet for $4 million, and there's a pencil here for $300,000. So what's that all about? So yeah, blockchain could be a very easy way to lift the lid. And of course, national security accepted. And there's certain things you want to, protect. But, for things like different services that are public, licensure, permitting, things of that nature, you could really expose a lot of waste and a lot of graft and corruption. And the other beautiful thing about blockchain is also a natural cousin to not only artificial intelligence, because the AI can put the entries in the ledger, but you can also have other processes besides AI doing automation, but you have other automation technologies that can also interact and put entries into a ledger that just make the whole process so automated and so transparent that it just makes it very easy to expose graft and corruption. So for example, like, how do you behave when you are by yourself and you know nobody's listening? You might say something, do a dumb dance, or have a maybe take a conversation in a direction you normally wouldn't, versus if you knew there was a camera watching you at work, or maybe other people have phones around you, you're going to act a little different. So the idea that God is watching you, so to speak, or even the idea that they could go back and play back your activity to actually, the ledger can also be used to, like I was talking about earlier, where they use other technology to find metadata that's above or around activity around the ledger. They could reverse engineer a lot of human activity that way, or government activity that way. So it's a double-edged sword. Don't get me wrong. It's scary in one way that, that same technology can be used to control us and subjugate us, but we can also turn it back on them. It's the same reason why the founding fathers put the Second Amendment in the Constitution, to basically say, look, we fought this whole thing on tyranny, and we don't want that to happen again. So, if government gets a little uppity, we can fix that by force. So, that's kind of the best analogy I can put it in there for you. But anyway, I hope you found this video interesting. I'm trying not to make it too much about relationships and career and all that, because I love AI, but I wanna just ask you a quick question. I want to make this channel kind of fit AI into how we can find out more about how relationships work, how careers work, and how we're interconnected, and the pros and cons of that. So if you like that, please give a thumbs up on this video, and I'll go a little more in this direction. Otherwise, business as usual, gentlemen. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Peace.